seems like you've been feeling really in your head about something, very bound to some sort of loop or some kind of internal process. It does feel very mental because we have the Eight of Swords at the back of the deck. And what's always interesting about the Eight of Swords is that she actually has the ability to unwind these ties from her and take the blindfold off. And a lot of the time, the Eight of Swords talks about a self imposed cage or like a self imposed prison. So there may be this very restrictive feeling in your mind at this time about something in your life. You may feel kind of like helpless in it. And I think some of this is stemming from something that you are holding on to, like something that you're clutching very tightly. Four of Pentacles behind the Eight of Swords kind of gives me the feeling that you might be worried about something materially in your life or financial in your life. There may be this feeling as well of really desiring stability and feeling unstable or feeling like you can't break even or you can't get your head above the surface. So it's kind of this heavy feeling, this like trapped energy right now. Behind that is also the Seven of Cups. So I think that there is a lot of confusion at this time. I think that there may be a lot of different avenues that you're wanting to take or that you're curious about in order to sort of liberate yourself from this or create a new source of income that could be significant for someone, like creating a new source of income. This could be about a new opportunity, or this could be about imagining different opportunities that you feel like you could take on, or like different roads that you feel like you could take to establish yourself or to establish some type of like security in your life. Now, this doesn't have to be financial, of course. Take what resonates. This could be mental. This could be in your family and home life. This could be related to your community, your friends. This could be within your work community. This could be within a relationship. I think it really matters to you because it feels like something that maybe you've been challenged by before, like some sort of process or experience or some kind of limiting belief or condition that you have already faced before. This doesn't really feel like a brand new experience. And so in the main spread, we have the moon, which again kind of amplifies this like murky energy. I feel like you're in the water right now, and it's like you know how to swim, you know how to float, but you're so focused on trying to see through the water or like trying to see what's underneath, trying to understand something. You could be having a lot of dreams that feel like really significant or like symbolic to what you're experiencing in your life. You could be experiencing like deeper like subconscious themes being processed, things within your psyche. Like you might wake up in the morning and literally feel like you had a whole entire like day's worth of experiences based on your dreams. There could also be, I've been getting a lot of moon related energy with this upcoming full moon in Capricorn. So that could be a sign for someone. You could have a Capricorn moon, or Capricorn could be in your chart somewhere, or also the themes of Capricorn could be significant for you in your life right now, which makes a lot of sense because Capricorn is Saturn ruled. There's a lot that's around structure, there's a lot that's around authority and masculine energy at this time. There's also a lot that's around finances, and so that could be very prevalent. You might be kind of like thinking about your financial life. You might be sitting with your finances, like with your receipts I'm getting, with your bills, like looking at your bank statement. And I think that there's some kind of feeling that's like really frustrating. And I also think that there is a little bit of a lack feeling here, which doesn't mean that you are actually lacking. I think it's just the feeling that you might be having. And I think this uncertainty is kind of restrictive for you. And I feel like the medicine for the moon, and this is what clarified the moon, is the Lovers. This doesn't feel like it's about love. This feels like it's about choice. This feels like it's about making the most aligned decision for yourself. Maybe there's something that you have to walk away from at this time in order for you to feel lighter on your feet with the Page of Wands, like for you to feel like you can actually explore the new opportunities, or that you can actually take a different route instead of like where you've been going this thus far. It also feels like choosing love over fear. So maybe at this time you've been letting fear control you. Maybe you've been letting the overthinking really get to you, where you feel like super out of it. You know, you don't feel like yourself. And I think that as much as it is difficult, and this is not me like negating your experience at all, because you're going to feel how you're going to feel. And if it's a tough time, it's a tough time. You know, we can't like outsmart our way out of that. It's kind of like a challenge that is going to ultimately teach you, and it's probably going to break down some of those walls and some of those like old belief systems so that new things can be built. But ultimately there is always this choice that you have to pick yourself up out of it, like to elevate yourself through it. Maybe there's something that you need to choose for yourself at this time to relieve some of this stress. You know, maybe you need to reach out and ask for help. Maybe it's about getting some extra information on some things. I'm thinking about like loans and like debt and like student debt, and you know, the things that happen in this country. If you're in the States, then you understand how frustrating it is to be in that type of financial situation, especially when there are so many other things that are kind of like top of mind. But it kind of feels like if there's a way that you can kind of ask for help or restructure or kind of think a little bit differently about a situation, that could be something that would help you. And justice really clears out the field for me, because I feel like you're being asked, as much as this is probably tough, it's like you're being asked to remember that things will balance out. Things will balance out. The things that have felt imbalanced, the things that have felt all over the place, the things that you have just been so confused about, like you've been trying to figure things out and you just feel like you keep getting to the same place, like there's a reason for that. It's not because you're incapable, it's not because nothing's ever going to work. It's because something needs to change in your literal field in your life. Sometimes this does come from you, right? Like it comes from you making a choice or you stepping in a different direction. I do get the feeling for someone this could resonate to like put your pride to the side. There might be something that you have to put your pride to the side, you have to put your ego down, you have to just be honest with yourself about something, because justice talks about integrity. And I think there's something around the structure that is causing this frustration or this feeling inside of yourself, like that is being broken down and rebuilt at this time. I do feel like you have a lot of support around you. It may not feel like it, it may not be in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense, you have support, you have guides, you have angels, you have people looking out for you. Like there are people that are looking out for you and that are helping to balance this situation out, or to balance out this experience for you so that you can move forward. But it does feel like the first step of many, because you know, this human existence is, it's messy and it's complicated and it's annoying as fuck sometimes, but it's also really rewarding if you allow yourself to experience it and you allow yourself to learn and you allow yourself to surrender. And so I think the first step is surrendering and taking the blindfold off. I think the next step is opening yourself up to whatever other options you have available to you. And I think the next step is trusting that everything is coming together, everything will make sense over time, but it is, you know, this road that's being paved from your intention and your heart, but also from what's around you. Okay, so it starts with you, right? But you're not alone in it. Like I do believe you're going to receive help, that you're going to receive what you deserve in this situation, and things will feel a lot more safe for you, a lot more freeing, and a lot more aligned with what you actually want in your life at this time.